I downplay social media a lot, and I'm not real active on it, but I honestly, truly do appreciate every single comment, text, tweet, like, Instagram DM, the whole thing. Like, I might not reply a lot, but I see all of them, and it honestly make me feel a lot better in certain times. The fight on Saturday, I still feel like we won it. I fought a lot off my back foot as a southpaw and against my natural fighting style. My explosiveness and coming forward and being aggressive. I tried to show something a little too different. Al showed up. He put on a great performance. Landed a great shot in the 4th round. All I can say is I'm gonna be back, and I'm still gonna be a champ. Regardless of where it's at and what it is.
Then, like a minute after the win, here's Justin Gaethje going on Twitter, calling you all kinds of names. He's fired up. He wants a piece of you. What do you make of this?
Oh God! Give me a break with Justin Gaethje. That's a good fight, but I don't know. I think a win over Kevin Lee might put me up there.
Oh, what is up there?
I don't know. There's 4 guys ranked that were ranked ahead of him. Khabib, Conor, Tony, and Dustin. I think that mix, I think one of those guys will probably be my next fight. I think that's more of what I've been seeing on Twitter, more what people want to see. What I think those are the fights that Tony and Khabib are kind of matched up.
Yeah.
That should probably be the next one, but you don't know what's going to happen with the suspensions, all this nonsense. Hopefully Khabib just gets a slap on the wrist, they fight and get it out of the way. Khabib goes on his holidays, so he, I don't know the scheduling with that. It messes up his schedule a little bit. So Khabib's kind of like you don't know exactly where that's at. So maybe Tony Ferguson could be the possibility. They also have a track record of not fighting. They can make weight. They can get on on the same night when they're not fighting each other, but when they are fighting each other, it seems things don't work out. So who knows? There's just so many variables and things that can happen. And then McGregor versus Dustin, it's a rematch. Is that really the fight that everyone wants to see?
No.
He already knocked him out. He knocked him out. He called him the P-head and knocked him out in the 1st round. Do you want to see that again, or you want to see true Long Island heart and
I like it.
There,
Wow, because I've been testing my body and making sure that everything works and it's strong. Basically, if you created a checklist, Ariel, for me, I probably went through it twice of things I could do to make sure I was strong. You know what I mean? Things that I could make sure that my body was ready to go. So I've been training for 6 months before I even signed the bout agreement to do the sparring, do the grappling, wrestling. I was in great shape. I was running sprints. I was doing everything. The day I signed the bout agreement, literally that morning I signed it, and then went to spar that morning. And I'm only sparring once a week. I used to spar twice a week. I've done everything very carefully to make sure that I'm ready for this one. And I signed that bout agreement, going there to spar, and I get into my 2nd round, beginning my 3rd. At the very end of the 2nd round, I throw a right hand, and as I throw an overhand right, I feel like, you ever ridden a roller coaster when you're trying to get to the top of the hill before they drop you down the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like when you're climbing up the top, it goes click, 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 all the way till you get to the top, right? Well, that clicky feeling was what I felt in my shoulder when I landed the right hand. And then I felt my fingers go numb. And then right away I knew something separated, because you're not supposed to get blood flow and numbness to your fingers unless it's a detrimental injury and not just pain. So I stopped right away, got out, and I literally left that practice knowing I tore my shoulder and went straight into an MRI. I called the doctors I know, called my support system, and got everything lined up, ordered an MRI. I had the result that day, which was Friday, and I couldn't read the result, though, because by the time I was done with the MRI and everything was closed. All the doctors were home. So I couldn't even get the results till that Monday that we were supposed to do the interview. So I knew what had happened, but without doctors giving me the actual real outlook, I didn't have any business being on this show giving false information. So I just waited. And now I know that I tore my what is it? Is my called I'm having a brain fart. I could think of the name of the tendons that I tore in a moment, but I got to look it up what I tore. But it was basically my subscapularis and my there's a tendon in the front. I tore my subscap 75% off the bone, and I tore the other tendon, which I'll have for you in a second when I look it up. I tore that one all the way off the bone.
Oh.
So I have I tore two very important ligaments forgive me, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the difference between a ligament and a tendon. All right, it says tendon. So full thickness avulsion of the subscapularis tendon, and also supraspinatus, 75% tear off the bone. So my subscapularis is completely torn off, and my supraspinatus is 75% torn off.